Good evening, everyone. So welcome back to my live stream. It is Logan Krause here. And we do have some breaking news to cover right now. A new fire, they're calling this the Maria fire, by the way, has broken out near Ojai, California in South Mountain. Now, this fire is in the city of Santa Paula, which is near Ojai. It's not too far from Ojai at all. So the fire is, I don't know if you guys can see this. The fire is here. And Ojai is, I don't know why my camera's blurry. Ojai's up here. So, I was just watching the news and I didn't even know there was a fire. I was like, and I heard them talking, saying that in parts of LA and Ventura counties, the red flag warning has been extended due to the low humidities. And, low humidities are a high fire danger. So that's what I thought, that maybe due to the low humidities, they issued and then we have this fire that broke out. There's no word on the size of the fire. It does to me, now this is just in my opinion, it does look like it is about 100-acre vegetation fire, 100-acre brush fire. Crews are responding to a brush fire on the top of South Mountain, just south of Santa Paula. So not too far from Ojai. Maria fire. Okay, here's what they're saying. The fire is growing extremely rapidly. Structure protection going into place on the Santa Paula side of the Somis side. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I think it's Somis, spelled S-O-M-I-S. Maybe some of you might know how to pronounce it better than me, but I don't know how to pronounce it as good as some of you guys. So Somis Road, listen to all evacuation orders. This isn't too far from where the Thomas fire burned. It's like right there in Ojai. Not a good sign while trick-or-treating off south in Santa Paula. Yeah, a lot of people are trick-or-treating. It is Halloween night. Over the next 5 to 6 hours, the winds could shift in a north-northeast direction. That is not good, you guys, because with those, so here's Santa Paula. I'm drawing it out, by the way. So here's Santa Paula, okay? Let's just say this is South Mountain. So this is South Mountain. This is the fire. And now you can see to kind of the northeast is Ojai. Now, Ojai is a high fire danger out there. Hills everywhere. So if it goes northeast, which would be going this way, it's going towards Ojai. And if that's going to be the case, the fire could jump onto these hills, which we don't want to happen, because that is basically that can just burn. And it didn't burn in the Thomas fire. It came close to burning in the Thomas fire, and it could very much so meet up with the Thomas fire burn scar. However, the Bryceburg fire did meet up with the Ferguson burn scar, and the Bryceburg fire burned about 5,500 acres. It is now 100% contained. So large resources being ordered in place. Third alarm fire as well. Maria fire, Ventura County fire, Los Padres, NF, I don't know what NF stands for. I think. I don't know. Maybe North Fire Department. I don't know though. Okay, visible from Calabasas and growing rapidly. Hi, Tim. Maria Fire. So this looks like this is it from Calabasas. And you can see the smoke and even some of the flames. Here's a photo from not that long ago. This is from Calabasas. So it is, yeah, pretty. Maria Fire, as seen from Newberry Park, 150 acres. So it's 150 acres as of right now. Thank you very much to this person on Twitter. You are awesome for keeping us updated. And you guys are all awesome. All of you guys are awesome. All of you guys are awesome for keeping us updated. Our Cal Fire is awesome. So big shout out to everyone for keeping us updated on this fire. You guys are all awesome. Yeah, this is not good at all. Winds 20 miles an hour. Maria Fire, view from Moore Park. So here's the view from Moore Park. Maria Fire, view from Santa Paula. So and that's crazy. 150 acres in just the past few. The fire's only been burning, I think, for about 45 minutes or so. So, and I don't know when this area last burned. I would have to look it up, the history of the area and stuff, and when it last burned. If it last burnt like 40 years ago, then it could be like a holy fire situation. The holy fire happened back in 2018 up on Santiago Peak. And the holy fire, what it did was the winds weren't high at all. It was really dry, and that area hadn't burnt in like 40 years. The area had not burned in 40 years. That is why the fire spread super rapidly. So this could be the same with this. And if you're in Ojai, get ready, because the fire could very much so shift your way. So it's a 150 acre brush fire. And it's not really a brush fire if it's 150 acres. Jeez. Yeah, their staging is at Saumis School. Evacuations in WEA should have been issued a few minutes ago for Saumis South Mountain. So I don't know where Saumis South Mountain is. And people are saying there is a live stream on YouTube. Maybe we will go to that. I don't want to get copyrighted, though, for showing another thing on YouTube. And I'm already live on YouTube. So maybe we could go on Alert Wildfire, though. That's for sure. Alert Wildfire doesn't really care. So I'm going on to Alert Wildfire. Los Angeles, Orange County area. Oh, yeah. That is a view from it, from the South Mountain camera. This thing is spreading rapidly. Here's a view from Cash. Hold on. I'm waiting for this to load. Oh my gosh. Here's a view from Castro Peak. I don't know where Castro Peak is. Oh, that's in Calabasas. So the fire's not too far from Calabasas. However, it is moving away from Calabasas. It's moving more towards Ojai. I'm more concerned about Ojai. Now, if the winds were going more in this direction, like which I drew right here, which they're not, they're going in the Ojai direction, then Calabasas could be a concern. Calabasas is not looking like it is on a concern right now. Ojai is looking like a big concern. So if you are in the city of Ojai, I would just, I would, it's Halloween night and I'm messing up. I would suggest to just get ready just in case you guys have to evacuate, because they may call the evacuation order soon. And they may issue a voluntary evacuation. Now, this thing, even though they're saying it's 150 acres right now, it could be a lot bigger. It could really be more like maybe 300 or 500 possibly. So I'm not too sure how big the fire is. However, the fire does have a potential to become, trying to think of a number, for sure in the thousands, that's for sure. The fire has a potential. My number, I'm just gonna say it has a potential to become about 3,000 acres plus. That's what I'm saying. There is a potential that it could become 3,000 acres plus. That's a big fire. That's a pretty good sized fire. And if it is 300 acres plus and it is burning out of control, Laguna Mountain number 1. Here's a cam looking north from Malibu on alert wildfire. And there's fire all over this mountain, which is South Mountain. And honestly, the fire isn't too far from Simi Valley. It's not too far from where the Easy Fire was burning at. The Easy Fire is still burning. I don't think it's spreading anymore, though. So that's good. There was also a fire in Erupts Valley, too, but I think they've gotten that kind of under control to where they're not too concerned anymore. The main concern is this fire. Because, this fire just popped out of nowhere. Like, we were just watching the news, and then the news was like, we have some breaking news. And I was like, what's the breaking news? I was like, is it a brush fire? What's going on? And they said there is a brush fire currently burning in Santa Paula area. And I was like, oh my gosh, I better get on the live stream. And so then I came in the office real quickly, got on my computer, and started this live stream for you guys. And I said I wouldn't be on Halloween night unless something happened, and here we are. Something happened. So, oh wait, no, this isn't really a Santa Ana wind event. I don't know what wind event they would call that. It's not even an onshore, really. It's just going in a northeast direction. It's not really a name. They don't really have names for those types of winds. Oat Mountain South. So this is a view from, this is from Santa Clarita. Look at how close that looks. I'm not too concerned about it moving towards Santa Clarita. The only way it could move towards Santa Clarita is if the winds were going east. So in that direction. As of right, or wait, no, that direction. As of right now, it does look like it's going to take this path towards Ojai. So if you're in Ojai, or you're in Ojai, Moore Park, any of those cities, now would be a great time to evacuate. Even parts of Santa Paula. Because this fire is spreading rapidly. And here's the thing, too. We might not have Santa Ana winds, or they might have died down more. But these fires, any fire that breaks out, this is why we're on an elevated to a critical fire danger risk. Any fire that breaks out could just explode. Hold on, I'm trying to find some more news. Here, I'll be right back. Someone wants me for something. I don't know what they want me for. And I'm going to keep the door closed. And can I mute this? Okay, I'm just gonna have this muted for a second and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm super sorry about that. Okay. Here is a view from Simi Valley where the Easy Fire was burning. And this looks pretty dang close. I'm also going on social media to see if I can find anything. Now, I can't show you anything on social media, like on Snapchat. Sadly, I can't do so. If I could, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. But I can't, and So the fire was first reported about maybe an hour ago. The fire was first reported at 6:30, so about an hour ago. And it's already 150 acres. And, we talked about this, how in just a few minutes, a fire can spread rapidly. And this is the concern we had for San Diego County with the winds that were expected there. Fortunately, nothing did happen, or nothing major really happened in San Diego County. So that is awesome news. We always want to hear of that. However, in Santa Paula, Ojai, and Moore Park, much love to all you guys on this Halloween night, because I've been through a fire. We haven't had to evacuate for a fire, but my house has been close to fires, or some of my old houses have been close to fires, and we could see the flames from our house. Maybe just a voluntary evacuation for the area, I'm not too sure. However, I do feel you guys when you think you're going to lose your home, and it's heartbreaking. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And the hillside fire, which broke out in San Bernardino, there was a guy that was talking and stuff to the news crews, and it was just devastating because his house was lost and stuff, and they did Thanksgiving dinners there, Christmas dinners there. He had memories from his kids. So it's just sad, you guys, and super sad to see all these fires breaking out, and all these poor people's homes are burning, and it's just extremely sad. We never want to hear of a fire. We never want to hear of people's homes burnings, or we never want to hear of people's homes burning. And I did find stuff on Snapchat. I will be checking there recently, or I will be checking there to see. And people are updating wildfire, because it is a wildfire. And now I'll have to find a topography. I'll have to find a topography map so I could show you the topography. Topography. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I don't know if this is a fire or not, but in Calabasas on the 27, there is a hazard. Or not on the 27. This is on the 101. I'm sorry about that. On the U.S. Pacific Coast 101, there is a hazard at South Fallbrook Avenue. South Fallbrook Avenue in Calabasas. There is a hazard. Now, not too sure if it's a fire or what's going on there, but there is a... Okay, got a topography map. So the topography in this area is pretty heavy. Like you can see, The fire, here's Santa Paula. Don't know if you guys can see that. Sorry, my phone is. Here's Santa Paula. Fire somewhere here, and it's moving towards Ojai. So it's moving in this direction, which is a northeast direction. Or it seems to be moving in that direction, or it could move in that direction. So it is burning in a lot of topographic areas. So we don't want to hear of a fire in topographic areas. We don't want to hear of any fires, honestly. And today, there was a tunnel fire. So last night, there were a few fires that broke out in Chula Vista. There were 3 in total. There was a brush fire off the freeway in Chula Vista, another brush fire, and then another one today. So that is kind of fishy, kind of telling me, maybe there's someone on the loose doing something bad. And, it could be very possible, because, we did see a fire that was burning in Mexico. I'm pretty sure it is still burning in Mexico. It jumped the border. I'm going back onto Twitter to see if any more Twitter updates have been given about the Santa Paula fire. Yeah, and here's a photo of it way before they responded to it. Like, look at that. That's a good maybe 10-acre brush fire right there. Like, that was like when they were responding to it. So for it to just be 10 acres right when they respond to it, that's just insane. So this thing is really exploding across the mountains, which is kind of telling me that this land hasn't burnt in quite. Oh, wind gusts are approximately about 25 to 35 miles an hour, and 25, it is pretty strong. We were at my sister's horse. We were at a horse show not that long ago in Poway for my sister, and it was about a 25 mile per hour wind gust there, and it was pretty strong. It was lifting our shade. So we were out here in a field, and we had a shade. And now the horse show was in kind of like a canyon area. So this is my best impression of a shade. So we have the shade like this. And then the winds were coming from. It looked like it was an offshore, but it could have very much so just been an odd onshore because it was a dry wind. So it was coming in from either one of those ways. And the tent was blowing up, and it was only 25 mile an hour wind gust. So that just tells you how strong 20 miles an hour really is. So 35 miles an hour is 10 times stronger than that. So think about 35 mile an hour wind gusts compared to lifting a shade up, and the shade was stable on the ground. Like, we put nails in to hammer it and stuff, and the shade was still coming up. So that just tells you how strong those winds can really be. And that is the main concern, with these fires, is the winds. Or it's one of the main concerns. Here's a view from Grimes Canyon. So Grimes Canyon is in Moore Park, by the way. Here's a view from Moore Park. Why is it so dark? Like, I don't know if you guys can, but why is my face so dark? Like, I don't know. My camera's really, I don't know if it looks dark to you guys. It might just look a little dark to me. The National Weather Service in Los Angeles has came out with an update. So the sustained wind miles an hour is, so here's the sustained winds. The sustained winds are about 15 to 25 miles an hour. 25 is still pretty strong. And like that shade I was talking about, my shade was literally like lifting up from the ground because the winds were so strong sitting out there in that, hilly area in Poway. Gust at 35 miles an hour plus. So that is for sure. Okay. Now, not too sure if this is the case, but someone on Twitter is saying this. I'm not going to say any of his, I'm not going to say his account name. He is saying that the fire was reported around 6:30 p.m. on top of South Mountain Road in Ventura County, an area surrounded by cell phone transmission towers. Now, that is concerning, because could have this fire been caused by a down Edison line? Because Edison is restoring the power to more people, and same with SDG&E. So could have the winds just knocked down a Edison line? It's very possible. And we have seen this happen before. So what could have happened was the winds coming in. I don't know if it was offshore or onshore, but whatever. I just drew, arrows representing either if it was an onshore or an offshore. So here's the power line going down. And now these power lines have high voltage in them. So if the power wasn't shut off, this right here, this black thing, is a transmission box. It could have just sparked. And then, boom, we had a brush fire. And the fire is now burning. So it is very possible that could have been the cause. I am looking more for an update on acreage. Every fall holiday. So here's what one lady says, and it kind of does seem like this. Every fall holiday in Ventura County, we seem to get a fire. 2017, the Thomas fire that happened, not that far from Christmas, and it was still burning on Christmas. Thanksgiving, Hill and Woolsey fire, or Woolsey fire. That didn't start on Thanksgiving, but it was burning on Thanksgiving because, the fire got big. And now on Halloween in 2019, the Maria fire. So that is kind of interesting. Okay. Hold up. Mandatory evacuations being issued for areas. So it looks like it may be moving towards Camarillo. Evacuations are issued for this area. So it kind of looks like it might be moving towards Camarillo. I don't know how many acres that area would be. Oh, yeah, it's moving into Camarillo, moving into hills. No update on the size of the fire. Last I did here was 150-acre brush fire and still growing very fast. Here's what, I don't know if this is an authority or what, so I'm not going to say the name because it might not be an authority. It might just be someone. So here's what this person is saying. Heavy fuels are spreading this fire and advancing it towards homes very quickly. There are air attacks en route. Okay, this is the view from someone's house in Santa Paula. Okay. I see. So Maria Fire, Ventura County. This was as of 1 minute ago. I see directing all of the inbound engines into the Saunas side for structure protection. Fire is slowly moving back down the Santa Paula side and is a lower priority. So, not too sure what they mean by this. To me, it looks like it's, yeah. I don't know. That's just according to that one person. But to me, it looks like it's moving like south towards Camarillo. So, mandatory evacuation zone. It's pretty, yeah. So, now, here's the one thing I will say for sure. Even if we don't make it to the 3,000 number, now this is just an estimate, by the way, there is still a potential for many acres. So right now, I'm going to put the potential at 900 to about. So this is the current potential right now. But, it could. So these are my two estimates for the current acreage. 900 to 1,100 acres or 3,000 plus acres. I'm sorry. There is a structure burning. Oh, wait, that might be San Bernardino. Yeah, that's San Bernardino. Or it's either San Bernardino, the Easy Fire, or the Kincaid Fire. I'm not too sure where it is. Or it could also be one of the fires in Riverside County. Growing extremely fast is what this person is saying, and that was as of 42 seconds ago. Ash is falling in Oxnard. So, that's a pretty good distance. I mean, it's not that far away. It's moving towards the 101 is what one person is saying. So moving towards the 101 in Camarillo. So Santa Paula is here. Maybe not this far. And Oxnard is here. That's just a good estimate, maybe. It's quite a few miles away. Like, it's not really that close. Oh, no, I don't want my location. I went from Oxnard. It just automatically says my location when I go. Yeah, see? It's 21 miles away. So basically 21 miles, that's, and in a square mile, so which is 1 mile across. So a square mile, which is like 1 mile on each side. So it's burning 1 mile each side. A square mile, I think, is 700 acres. I think it's 700, something like that. So if it is 700 times 21. So if it burns all the way down to Oxnard or Camarillo, that is the potential acreage. Now, this number may not be accurate. Let's see, Camarillo from, okay, it put in my location again. And I understand it does. I understand that, that it does happen. 18 miles. So if it's burning towards Camarillo, and if there's 700 acres in a square mile, 700 times 18, that will be the size if it goes all the way down to Camarillo, or if it gets to Camarillo. Or that is the potential acreage if it can reach Camarillo. Now, if it would have to do quite a bit to get to Camarillo. It could also get into Moore Park because some of the evacuations were in Moore Park. So from South Mountain. Oh no. Moore Park is 18 miles away from the fire. So the same acreage, basically. So ash is falling in Oxnard. And back a long time ago when we lived in the IE, there was a fire up maybe in San Bernardino. I don't remember where it was. So we lived in Riverside County, but you could see all the mountains out like north and east of us. Like you could just see all either the LA area, because it did kind of look maybe northwest, or it was either the somewhere in San Bernardino or LA County. And this was back in like 2014. So quite a bit a long time ago. But ash was literally falling in our town. So it was pretty crazy. For people needing horse evacuations, you can call a dispatch number. Not going to really say actually, you can call a dispatch number. I'll write down the dispatch number. So here's the number you call if you have horses and you have been asked to evacuate, or if you want to evacuate because it is getting dangerous. And this is for horse evacs. I'll write it down as horse evacs. Oh, shoot. Not too sure if you guys can see this, but this is the number. So if you are in that area and you have horses and you need to evacuate, you can always call this number. That's just to help you guys out, just in case you need to. Gosh. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my phone. Limonra. Driving on the 101 near Hampshire Road, and the car in front of us throws their cigarette out the window. Where's Hampshire at? Hampshire Road. Because she did say that she saw embers. Oh my gosh, that's in Thousand Oaks. We may have a fire in Thousand Oaks. So, according to this, Update. Or wait, no, not that. According to this person, which has been updating on the fire, Santa Paula creeping. If it gets down the hill, there will be another 300 acres to the 150 already there. So let's say it's bigger than that, like 300 acres currently right now, then it would be 600 acres. Or if it's 500 acres right now, then it would be 800 acres by the time. Here's the view from another person's backyard. Yeah, this is pretty crazy, honestly. So a lot of people are saying that their houses, or this person is saying that their house is safe from now, but you can see it and smoke is going up. Lots of smoke in that area, by the way. Lots and lots of it. Fire now confirmed as burning out of control. Okay, you know how I said I wanted to look up to see how long it was when the area has burned? According to this woman, the area, the last time it burnt was 10 years ago, so 2009. Or 10 years plus. They aren't too sure if it was 2009, maybe 2007. So 10 years plus. And we've had a lot of rain from now to 10 years, especially in 2011. So that really grew vegetation. So this could, even though 10 years isn't that long really, but there is a potential it's going to spread rapidly. Like there's a potential it could just get to thousands and thousands of acres. And that's why we want to see how long ago it was when it burnt, because the longer it burnt, the more likely it is that it could be bigger. Here's another view from someone's backyard. Mandatory evacuation getting close to Camarillo. Oh, here's a current photo of the fire right now and the progress, or the forward progress. Okay, let's go into alert wildfire. It's getting pretty close to the Decker camera. Or, no, it's zoomed in. So this hillside that they might have to add like another 300 acres to the 150 it's currently burnt. So it's currently burnt 150 acres. It could have very much so burnt more, maybe like 300 or so. So if the 150 is currently accurate, then that would put the fire at 450 acres in the next few minutes, possibly. And it looks like, we may already be at like 300 acres. So if that is the case, if we're at more like 350 or more like 550, then it could go up to more. If it's at 350, it will go up to more like 650 acres plus. It's at 550, it'll go up to more, or it'll go up to more like, sorry, I messed up. It'll go up to more like 850 acres plus. So many things can happen with the fire. It could get to many acres. it could be stopped at like 850 acres or so. But as of right now, it does look like the brush fire. It does look like it is going to get at least 450 acres, if not more. Sorry, there's a helicopter flying overhead, prompting evacuations. So I already know that. I'm gonna go on social media to see if I can check on social media, or if I can check social media again. Because I just want to see what's going on. So it's getting pretty close to Santa Paula. There's a lot of trick-or-treaters out there in that area too. So if you are trick-or-treating out in that area, be on watch for the fire. And there's a lot of people out tonight trick-or-treating. And it is Halloween night. A lot of people like to trick-or-treat, but there's also safeties to Halloween night. So, it is a time to go have fun, go trick-or-treat for younger kids. Obviously, I don't trick-or-treat anymore. I used to, though, when I was young. However, just be safe if you're out there trick-or-treating in Santa Paula or Oxnard or Camarillo. And watch out for falling ash. Even if you are a few miles away from the fire, falling ash can still be a danger. And the air quality could still be a danger. That could be a major danger. So, yeah. But yeah, they are calling it the Maria Fire. And it's about 100 plus acres. Just got a news story text. Watch live. Fast moving 150 acre brush fire near Santa Paula. So I just got the text about that. And I'm going to watch this while streaming live. Because I want to see what's going on. Since there's no news names on here or anything, I'll just show this to you. See that? It's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, it's burning in all directions, basically. It's one of those all direction fires. So say this is the hillside. Say we have to go to a new paper. Say this whole squared perimeter. I drew the hillside. This is about 300,000 acres or more, maybe. 150 of that wouldn't really be that much. That would be about 150 compared to all this. I know 300,000 plus acres is really big. And there have been fires that have gotten bigger than that, like the Mendocino Complex fire back in 2018 almost got to 500,000. Not too sure though. I'd have to look it up. However, we are not going to do that. We are going to stay on top of this more. I'm also going to go on my iPad to see if I can find anything on YouTube. I'm going to turn down the volume really low on my iPad because what if agenda-free TV comes up then? Yeah. Sorry, that was the chair. That wasn't me, and it really wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, it's moving in all directions. It's literally burning in all directions. Okay, I don't know how accurate this person is, but I am currently on a YouTube live chat room, and someone has said fire crews are now saying it's about 750 acres to 900 acres. Not too sure if that's accurate or not. Might be accurate. So let's write this down. 750 to about 900 acres. Because we don't know if it is accurate or not. And it could be. It could be very accurate. Like, it could. Oh, yeah. It looks like it's probably pretty close to being accurate. And it does still look pretty windy out there. Like I'm watching live streams of it right now.
Looks like they have good brush clearance down behind this house, but it still has that grass that's on the side of the hill. And luckily, it'll burn, but it won't burn that fast. But you can see how big those flames are just past that clearance area.
Okay, so there is a house it's moving towards, but they have cleared brush, so it's not going to burn super fast. What my guess is it's probably going to just skip the house and go more into more brush. $750 acres. 750 acres is what? 750 acres is what I'm hearing. 750 plus. Acreage update. 750 acres plus. Oh, sorry. That was the Sims. They texted me because I play The Sims. Oh, CBS is reporting 900 acres and growing fast. Okay. So I am going on Twitter to see. Update. 750 acres plus. Okay, so some are saying 900 acres, some are saying 750 plus acres. Not too sure. Somewhere in that range, though, for sure. So that's pretty. It is spreading rapidly. So that is pretty crazy. $750. 750 acres is what this thing is at. 750 acres. So 750 acres is what they're tweeting out. It's actually 750 acres. Someone did say 700, and I said it's actually 750. So I Okay. Let's see if CAL FIRE has come out with an update. Sometimes I just like to check CAL FIRE. So I'm hearing about 750 acres plus is what I am hearing. Some are reporting 900 acres plus. So whatever, 750, 900 acres. It's not that far off. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking through. But it does seem like they have tweeted out 750. So, that's what I said. It could be more like 850. It could be more like 750. So when I said it was like, it could be more like 300 acres, it was probably more like 400 to 500 acres. That's just what I'm thinking. The last major fire in this area was the 2003 Simi fire. That was almost 20 years ago. I mean, almost 17 years ago, which is almost 20 years ago. Not that far off from 20 years ago. $750 is what I'm hearing. So I don't know if, oh, yeah, according to Ventura County Police Department, it's 750. 750 acres plus. Moving towards Saumis Camarillo. Evacuations are in progress. 10 strike teams and helicopters requested immediately. So it's moving uphill, and fires go really fast uphill. Sorry, you guys just saw a little bit of the light on my phone. Here's a view from Moore Park. Look at that. That is insane. So I did also just see a thing come across on my phone saying that a man in Santa Rosa was arrested for starting arson in Geyserville. I'm not too sure if it was the Kincaid fire because they've kind of determined the Kincaid fire was more of a PG&E thing, or it was more of an explosion that caused the Kincaid fire. I think it was just more like a grass fire, like a small grass fire. Oh, it could have been the Arnold fire. The Arnold fire, yeah. Could have very much so been the Arnold fire. But they have him in custody now, so no need to worry about him. Yes, 750 acres plus. So, according to Fox 11 LA, breaking news. Fire has now exploded to 750 acres, according to fire officials. Fire growing fast. Evacuation map and info here. Wind is really pushing it into Saumis. Yeah, if you're in the town of Saumis, by the way, winds are gusting about 20 to 35 miles an hour. Okay. House on fire. That might have been the house where they cleared the brush. A house now on fire from this fire. Here's the view from a commercial. It looks like industry, like industrial commercial buildings. But there's the view from it. Hold on. Oh, that's spaghetti fire. The Getty Fire is 730 acres, now 93% contained. I was about to say, what? I was about to say, that is 93% contained. I was like, there's no way. I was like, do they even know what they're talking about? No clue what that was. Someone was just, I don't know, maybe someone meant to go into the living room because all my family is out in the living room watching TV. Maria Fire near College. Sorry about that, you guys. I thought someone was wanting me, but they were just peeking in the room, so I don't know what was going on. Guess they're going to talk to me or something maybe later. Or maybe they have something to tell me. East of a oh wait, no, that's east of a Vineyard Drive. I was about to say east of a vineyard. Now, I don't know where this is from, but that is the view from somewhere. So, I don't know where that's the view from, though. So, it's currently 750 acres. So, yeah, there was... No. Okay. Oh, yeah, I could hear the winds in that area. This is on Twitter, by the way. But yeah, you could hear the winds howling in that area. This was from a fire. Wait, no. This is the view from Moore Park. Trying to work the fire. And that's also one of the things that is kind of helping this fire. Even though the Santa Anas have died down, we have low humidities still remaining with us for most of Southern California. And that's going to remain until Sunday or possibly even Monday. So this fire could go on for many more days. Like many more days. I would love to stay on for a little longer. I am sorry though, I do have some stuff to take care of. Like I have to I have to file down my toenails a little bit. I'm just doing it so they don't overgrow, because we don't want your nails to overgrow. And I also have to clip my fingernails. So, all right, I will be doing that. I will be back tomorrow if I have to. And if the fire does spread, let's say, maybe I will do a Saturday morning update, but it's not looking like I'm going to be on for Saturday night. Yeah, I'm not going to be on Saturday, really. So I'm really sorry that I've got to go, and I would love to stay on much longer. So good night, everyone. Much love to everyone. Happy Halloween to everyone. Hope you guys all had a great one. Hope, and there's still many people out there, trick-or-treating and stuff, because it's 8:17 p.m. Hope you guys had a good one. Hope you have the great rest of your Halloween. And happy November, everyone, because tomorrow's November 1st. So happy November, everyone. We are coming into Christmas pretty soon and the holidays. So I can kind of say it. Happy early holidays, everyone, or happy Halloween, everyone. And much love and peace from Southern California.